so high I'm hypnotized. What's up is down, what's left is right. Chasing stars and holding you. I can't see the end, but we'll see it through. Times don't fly too high. Be sure to keep the ground in sight. Fly forever if you keep it tight. Love the world, but keep the sky on your mind.
All right, hello and welcome. Hello and welcome to another stream here with Vladimir. Hope you guys are doing well. Yep, hello Kalim. Yeah, so here we are in Taipei, Taoyuan International Airport in Taipei, and yeah, we're about to get started here. Okay, we'll get started shortly. Okay, I'm just making sure everything is in order here. Okay. We need to put our new flight plan in there. We need to put that in there. Okay. Okay. So we'll do that. Let's do that. Which airport are we at? We're at Taipei. So we are at RCTP, Taoyuan. And we're flying over to Hong Kong. Hong Kong International Airport is HKG in ICAO code. That is going to be VHHH. There we go. All right. So we have updated our overlay at the top. Hope you guys can see it. Hope you guys can see it. Let's get some traffic going in here. Okie dokie. So today, first we're going to start off with our walk around. Cathay Pacific 777 today. Looks absolutely gorgeous. Very nice weathering. Lovely dirt over there. Very nice. This is the PMDG 777-300ER that we're flying today. We're taking it all the way to Hong Kong. Okay. We are taking it all the way to Hong Kong. We don't have any covers or chocks or any of that to get rid of in the walk around mode, which is great. As you can tell, this aircraft is big, man. The 777-300ER is a large aircraft. It's a beautiful aircraft. And like I said, it is my favorite airliner of all time. Both to travel in and to fly. That being said, I believe PMDG could have done a better job with it, if I'm being entirely honest, but it is definitely good enough. It doesn't give me the satisfaction that Phoenix does, but it's definitely a great aircraft. Okay, wonderful. Anyway, there we go. Let's take a quick look around the airport. This is a purchased scenery for the Taipei International Airport that I have here installed. It looks pretty good. Lovely Taoyuan Airport in Taipei. Looks beautiful, doesn't it? It does. It actually does. Look at that, would you? Okay. Just taking a quick look around, that's it. And we're gonna head back down to our lovely aircraft. Get ourselves out of here. Okay, there is China Airlines. I don't know. There's an airliner there that I do not recognize. What is this? Tiger Air, Taiwan. Oh, maybe I should fly it sometime. Okay, that all being said, let's go ahead and first things first, one of the things we're going to do here is to get our flight plan ready, which I haven't done yet. So we're just going to go ahead to SimBrief from our tablet here, and we're going to have a new flight ready to go. So departure is RCTP. We're going to land in VHHH. Okay, and our aircraft is going to be the Boeing 777. It should be somewhere here. 777-300ER. Where are you? There it is. The exact airframe is this one. We're gonna go, because it's a Boeing, we're gonna go in pounds here. 1 hour 50 minutes. We're gonna fast forward the cruise, so that's gonna be okay. Chal 1 Charlie, Charlie T3 MKGA 1 Elato V522 Abbey 3 Alpha. Okay, that is fine. Alright, everything else is looking good for us. 5L and 7R. Okay, generate the flight plan. There we go, we got flight plan ready. Let's jump back into the cockpit now. Let's go to the tablet. Ground operations. Set the chocks, please. Thank you very much. Request the ground power. Thank you very much. Okay. Let's go overhead. Get our battery running. External power running. Emergency lights armed. Seatbelt signs on. No smoking signs on. Nav lights are on. That's great. Every other light here looking good for us. ADARE system to on. Cabin utilities and in-flight entertainment, all that stuff We can power them on. Where is the voice recorder? We can put that on. There we go. Oxygen supplies, I believe, are automatically on here, so we don't need to worry about that. Pressurization, auto. Air conditioning, engine, electric modes, and all that stuff. All right, good. Good. We're gonna wait for the aircraft to power up now. It's gonna take a couple of seconds. It is realistic, so it's gonna take a couple of a moment or two for everything to power up correctly. So we're gonna wait for that. We are going to wait for that. In the meantime, we could actually... Should we request some GSX stuff? Let's see if it's possible. Reload, sim brief. Okay, sim brief, okay. Excellent. Let's try and request boarding and refueling, right? I don't know how well it's gonna work. I don't think refueling works with this. I don't remember whether refueling works with this. Not entirely sure. Let's find out. Let's come down here. Ground connections and all that stuff. Performance tool, electronic flight bag. Let's check the weight and balance. Import weight and balance from SimBrief. What? Oh, sorry. Request data from SimBrief. There we go. Now let's try do the weight and balance import from SimBrief. There we go. Okay, so passenger level, overall load level, cargo level. Do we quick load it or do we use what we need to? Departure weather at the moment. There it is. Alternate. It's in China. Okay. Let's just request our let's replace the tires entirely there. Ground vehicles, ground maintenance, automated, ground ops, okay. Ground connections, alright, let's go to weight and balance, we'll leave it here. Let's request refueling. Okay, everything's powered up. I've requested refueling. Let's bring this down. FMC. We're going to press that. We're going to go to position initialization. We're going to pick up the GPU positions, put that in there, and that will get our IRs lined up, which is brilliant. Okay, so let's see if GSX is doing its job or if it's... Request refueling, please. Taoyuan Airport, thank you very much. Request boarding as well, please. Thank you. So that's it for us. We're not going to request any catering today. I don't think we need that. Okay. So let's see if... Oh, there we go. Jetway is connecting, which is brilliant. Okay. That's fine. That's great. Let's come down here. Reference airport of RCTP. Let's put that in. We're technically at gate B9, but I'm not going to put that in. There's no need. Let's go to the next page. Okay, let's move on to the route here. Origin RCTP. There we go. V Triple H. Okay, let's try the route request. Okay, let's try route request, sim brief. We can set fuel and set payload directly from here, so I don't know. We could do that. Set fuel. Okay, done. Select the route. Okay. We could activate it. We could execute that, and there you go. Okay, let me load the route. Route 1 uplink loading. Let that happen. There we go. We've got our cargo starting up. Where is our fueling people? There are the refueling people right there. Everything is looking good. Okay, execute all of that. We've got our route pretty much there. RCTP, which runway are we taking off from? I believe that's 5L. Sorry, not 15L, 5L. Put that in right there. Good. V52 to Abbey. A1 to Elato. T3 to MKG Charlie direct. Excellent. Okay, let's go to our performance initialization. As a matter of fact, let's go to a departure. Charlie 1A, Charlie C with runway 5L execute. And for arrival, we're going to actually program this in advance. Abbey 3A, we're going to go in using 7R and we're going to use the ILS. ILS 7R. I don't know about the transition, but I'm going to execute that. Index. Okay, great. Let's accept the performance data. Okay, gross weight. I'm going to put that in. Oh, zero fuel weight. We need to put that in first, and there you go. Cruising altitude 38,000 feet. That is correct. Good. Thrust limit. We need to go to our performance for this, don't we? So let's see how the performance looks like. Let's populate it. Calculate it. Come down here. I believe there's a performance calculator here as well, which is right here. And for takeoff, you can literally import everything. Runway 5L. You can import this from the aircraft or import from OFP. Not a big difference. You can import the weather and you can calculate it right here. So we can have a look at the difference between the two. 147, 149, 158, and this is the information this is giving us. So I'm going to go with this information right here. Okay. So let's see. 43, 48, 55. Before that, flaps 5. Takeoff 2, 45 degrees. Okay. So 45 degrees. TO2 at 45. Okay, that's what I'm gonna pick. OAT 18, N1 88.3. Okay, that's fine enough. Trim 5, okay. Flaps that, okay, it's interesting. That's fine. Let's go to takeoff. Flaps 5. Center of gravity 28.5, trim 5. That is correct. Takeoff gross weight. What is our takeoff gross weight? It doesn't give it here. Takeoff weight is about 480.9. 480.9. That's fine. 480.9 is okay. So we can just do 481 there. That's all good. 1, 2, 3. Oh no, when we put the wind information, it's going to change, isn't it? Okay, wind information. What do we have here? 3014. 3014. It's going to change that. Yep, I know. Slope is 0, right? What is the slope? Runway slope. Where is it? 0, yep. It is 0 slope. Reference outside air temperature is 18 degrees Celsius. And that is good enough. 18 degrees Celsius. If we go to the previous page now, we got our stuff done. There we go. Done. Now let's go to our legs and make sure everything is in order. If we go outside, there we go. Cargo loading is almost finished. Fueling is still going on, technically. Yeah, it is still going on. There we go. We're still being refueled, according to the aircraft. According to GSX, rather, and that's okay. Pretty sure boarding is still going on. Okay, about done there. It's about done. Good. Let's see if there are any discontinuities that we need to worry about. There's one there. We're gonna fix that. Execute that. Go back to legs. Yeah, I mean, apart from this, everything looks pretty solid to me. Yep, it is all pretty solid to me. Okay, we'll come here. We'll go to our progress page there. Excellent. So that is done. Still refueling going on. Okay, that's okay. There we go. There is our... Okay, I need to put our TCAS to standby. Okay. There's our local pressure, 30.10. That is okay. Brilliant. Let's turn our FD on, see what that does. Let's put our speed to... What is it? I'll put it to 175. So I usually go to 180. So we'll leave it at 180. Our initial climb out altitude 10,000, and from there we'll go up towards 38,000 feet. That's fine. LNAV working, VNAV working, takeoff go around mode enabled in both. This is good. Everything here is pretty much done. And if we look at this, got the map, we got the plan. If we look at the plan mode, let's have a quick run through. Oh, there's a little bit of a problem there. Yeah, there's a little bit of a problem there. What is that? You know what I mean? Increase the range on that. Yeah, what is that? Okay, no, it's fine. It's fine. It's not, I don't think that's a problem. Not entirely sure. Oh, that's a bit funny. Okay, we'll solve it when we actually reach there. If there's anything to be solved at all. Okay. Good. Go back to legs. Runway heading. What is our runway heading today? Let's have a look. Runway heading is 54. So 054. Oh, actually, we should go the other way. .054, ladies and gentlemen, as runway heading, and we're ready. Okay, we're pretty much ready to get on out of here. Refueling truck's gone, everything is gone. Let's ask GSX to prepare for pushback and departure, but the passengers are still loading. We need to turn on our APU for some air circulation there. So APU coming on, and that should get our packs going soon. Okay. Good. Good. We're gonna do the window heat in a bit. Okay. Excellent. If we come down here, ground operations and door management. Our door here is open as it should be. Good. All right, 24 minutes in. We are about there. As soon as the boarding process is finished, we can get on out of here. Waiting for boarding, and that's literally it. Okay, still got about 100 or something passengers, about 93 passengers left to board, so it's gonna be a while here. Okay, a lovely window view there on this side, and one for this side as well. So we'll be okay throughout our flight. Yes, we will. Let's take a look at that. This is our other view. We should have one more view here. So perhaps we could... you know what? Have an idea. Let's get one of these views up here. Cathay Pacific. There we go. Let's get one of these views here. See if I can make this happen first of all. Yeah, that's not sticking, is it? Unfortunately, it's not. Yeah, that view there is not sticking. And a couple more views. I'll think about how to get the views going. Okay, it's not too terrible. Okay, that's fine. It is definitely good enough. Passengers still boarding, still waiting for all of that stuff. Door management. We don't have glass jetway, so we can't really tell if passengers are loading or not, but 227, about 50 something, or rather 40 something left. Oh, we can open the windows here. Come on, how do you open this? What? So how do I open this thing? I'm sure there's a way to open the window, I just don't know how to. Come on! How do you open the window? Where's the... Okay. What is that? There's a click spot here, but I don't know what that is. Okay. I have no idea how to open the window. Okay, let's just go through the checklists because we haven't done that, and not that we particularly need to per se. But oxygen testing, we know it's fine. Okay, we don't need to do this, but you know what? Why not? Okay, oxygen tested is done. Flight instruments are fine. Parking brake is... Ooh, we didn't set that. Normal flight deck door closed and... Okay, that is done. Takeoff speed, CDU done. Trim unit 00, it's supposed to be on trim 5. We'll work on that. Taxi and that done. Beacon light on. So we're just going to wait for that. Just going to wait for that, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. We're coming up on 30-minute mark here and we're still a little bit confused as to what to do. 5L, runway 5L is where we're taking off from. Where exactly is runway 5L? Which runway is this? Release ground power. Yes, please. Thank you. Where on earth is runway 5L? Oh my goodness. I don't know where runway 5L is. I'll take a look at little nav map to help us. Okay, there we go. Jetway disconnecting. Jetway disconnecting. Okay, runway 5L is on the other side of town. Alright, interesting. So we're gonna have to go around. We'll go with our nose to the left for taxi. Okay, let's go down here. Let's go to close all. Okay. So done with our boarding. Coming up on 30-minute mark right now. Come on, close it up. Still open. Why are the cargo doors not closing? Oh, they're closed. See, it keeps doing that. Close all, man. Oh, come on. Okay. Let me remove the chocks here. What are they saying? Why are all these close? Close. Okay, hopefully this time it's gonna close. Has the pushback connected yet? Kind of has. Alright, good. Good. Today I'll be flying using the joystick, finally. Okay, doors are remaining closed, which is brilliant. Let's arm all. We're done. Okay. Excellent. Now let's go ahead and turn on our fuel pumps here. Window heats can come on as well now. Excellent. We need to turn on our beacon lights in just a second. We're going to nose to the left today, right? Yeah, I think so. Now we can release our parking brake pretty much. There you go. We can also get our beacon lights on here for engine start. Good. Okay, let's go ahead and start our engines. Okay, let's go to our engine. There we go. Flick open fuel cutoff. All right. Engine number 1 has come to life, which is excellent. Let's go and start our engine number 2 now. Oh, wait, hold on. My bad. Okay, N2 level 15. That's fine. Fuel cutoff. There we go. Engine number 2. Engine number 2 is coming to life. Yep, it is. Time to put parking brake. There we go. Oh my gosh, ignore that aircraft. What's wrong? Oh, yeah, we forgot to turn on our hydraulic system there. There we go. That'll fix all of that. Brilliant. All right, bye-bye. See ya. Thank you very much for your services, ma'am. Let's get ready here. TCAS. Let's have a look at our TCAS systems. Okay, I would appreciate it if you get out of my way. Thank you. TCAS, ABS select alt normal. That is fine. That is fine. We need to put this on altitude reporting. What? Altitude reporting off? No, that's not what we want. Okay, we'll do this one. for now. Okay, there we go. We'll leave it at that. Excellent. Where exactly are the weather systems again? I completely forget this. Where are the... Oh, here are the weather systems. Do they work? I don't think they work. I don't think the weather systems and all that stuff, I don't think they work. The weather radar. No, they don't work. I don't think they do. Oh, they do. Okay, that's great. They do. That is brilliant. Okay. Let's put our flaps down to position number 15. So 1, 2, 3. That should show up momentarily. We can begin our taxi here. There we go. Flaps are dropping. If we take a look at little nav map, we are here at the moment, gate B7, and we're gonna taxi this way and come down here, probably turn off this way, then go all the way, come down here, and there is our takeoff, runway 5 left for today. So that is our taxi path for today, just to let you guys know that. Let's go ahead and release our parking brake here. Hold on. Let's get into the cockpit, shall we? Parking brake, come on, Mr. Parking Brake. There we go, released. Passenger signs are on, APU is still running. We don't need the APU anymore, so let's go ahead and turn that off. There we go. Taxi lights can come on. So let's take a look at all the lights here. Okay, that is good, that is good, that is good. Taxi lights are on, strobe lights are off. That is good, that is good. Landing lights are off. That is fine, that is fine, that is fine. Automatic over there. Everything looking just the way it should. Perfect. Perfect. Auto throttle armed. IAS MAC, all of that is done. It's all good. Doors automatic, passenger signs on. Okay, great. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are taxiing along now, rather slowly but deliberately, to runway 5 left, where we'll take off from today. Out of Taipei. And I have to say, this aircraft is just beautiful. 777, just beautiful. I have to double check the fuel quantities on board here. Fuel quantity 43.8 thousand pounds, which is what we have, right? 48, 43. Yep, that is correct. That is correct. We're good. Good, ladies and gentlemen, we're good. Communication, we don't need that. Okay, brilliant. TCAS still off. Okay, let's go to our checklist, see what we've missed. If anything, before taxi, air anti-ice, we don't need that. Recall done. Auto brake RTO, let's put that in. Flight controls checked. Should we check our flight controls? We haven't checked our flight controls, have we? But why are the flight controls not working? Mr. Flight Controls, why aren't you working? Let's have a look. Where are the flight control? Flight control, there we go. Okay, it is working. There we go. Brilliant, that works. That works. Rudder 1, rudder 2, that works. That's fine. Going back to checklist, ground equipment, all that is done anyway. Before takeoff, flaps. That's done. Flaps 5. Oh yeah, we're supposed to take off with flaps 5, right? Not 15. Is that what we're doing today? Not entirely sure. Let's go to... Wait, I have an idea. Let's go down here. Let's go down here. Go to weight and balance. No. Go to performance. Flaps 5 is our takeoff for today. Interesting. Let's check the sim brief. What does it say? Flaps 5, yeah. My bad. My bad. So we're supposed to take off with flaps 5. If we come to init reference, it's flaps 5 and trim as well. We haven't said the trim. Flaps 5. Okay, let's do that. Let's push flaps back up to where they're supposed to be. Good thing we ran the checklist. There we go. Excellent. Next is after takeoff, so we don't need to worry about that. See, this is how you make mistakes. But yeah, not too bad, not too bad. We're gonna turn around here. Trim 5. I need to think about trim 5 here. Let's see what level the trim is set as soon as we are on the straights with this. Trim level 4 right now. What we need is trim 5, so there we go. Okay, brilliant. What we need is just give it a bit of break here so we can use that time to set up trim 5. Okay, so to set up trim 5, nose up. Oh, sorry. Let's set trim 5 from here. Okay, there we go. That is trim 5 right there. 4, 5, 6. Trim 5 has been set. Good. Continuing on our taxi. Everything looking good, and I think we're ready. Okay. Brilliant. It's going to be a rather... Well, we're halfway through our taxi, but you know, long taxi, especially because we're going a little slow on purpose here. Let's just give it a bit more of throttle there, but it's a 777. It's pretty powerful. So let's be mindful of that, shall we? Very nice. Oh, we need to slow down here so we can turn our aircraft off to the right. Okay, that's a wide turn for no reason, but it's all right. Excellent. Now that, by the way, is the new terminal that was under construction. I don't know if it's still under construction or it's finished. I'm pretty sure it's completed by now, probably. But that is the new RCTP terminal. It's being under construction. It's nice that it's kind of modeled here. I hope. Is there a way to get it? Is there a way to get the updated one where that's already done? I don't know. Okay, taxiing along very gently here. Cathay Pacific. One of my favorite airline liveries to fly. I've never actually flown Cathay Pacific, but just the livery I'm talking about. I don't like the ground handling per se. It's a little too sensitive. You know what I mean? It's a little too sensitive the way how the wheels turn so quickly. So that I don't like about the 777. I'm pretty sure you can control that in a way if you will like. But here we are. a bit slow, aren't we? Somebody taking off. Yeah, we need to go a bit quicker than this. "46 minutes in, we still haven't taken off. That's a lot." Let's turn around here. Let's go all the way to the end. Taoyuan. Taoyuan. Okay, slowing down here significantly to make that turn. TCAS can come to TA only. There we go. Landing lights on, strobe lights on, runway turn-off lights on. Logo and wing lights can remain off there. Okay. I think we're pretty much ready to get on out of here. We're not even gonna hold short. I don't think we'll hold short today. I think we'll just go for it. Okay, runway 5 left. We're just gonna go for it. Just gonna go for it. Strobe lights are on, right? Yeah, they are. Okay. Okay. Turn this giant around. Okay. Let's see how first time taking off with the joystick in over 3 months feels like.
V1.
Rotate. Okay. Gear up. There we go. Brilliant. And flying the aircraft still. Let's go to autopilot. Let's go to flaps up. To position just to slats. Okay, let's increase that. And let's put our flaps completely up. Okay, that looks good. That looks good. Runway turn-off lights off. Taxi lights off. Let's take a quick look around here as we leave behind Taiwan. Beautiful, isn't it? There we go. That is lovely. Very nice. Okay, is there anything we need to do here? No, flaps are up, everything is done, gear is up. That has been put back to off position. Passenger signs are looking good, landing lights still on, that's fine. Okay, we're looking good. Excellent. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. There's the airport we just took off from. Taipei, Taoyuan International Airport. Okay, coming up on 10,000 feet, we can go ahead and turn off our landing lights and all that stuff. And once we do, we can now go ahead and ask our aircraft to climb up to 38,000 feet automatically. So before we do that, let's turn off our landing lights here. There you go. Passenger signs can come to automatic. And let's go towards 38,000 feet. As prescribed in the flight plan, right? What does it say? 38,000 feet? Yeah, it does. Great. So we're at 10,000 feet right now. VNAV is on. So I think it's going to take care of it automatically. Let's find out. Wait, what? What is it doing? No, it's not doing anything. That isn't right. There we go. Flight level change, VNAV. Switch back to VNAV, see if the aircraft does what it needs to. What is it doing? Yeah, okay. It's doing what it's supposed to. Brilliant. Brilliant. Let's increase the range on this one. Let's increase the range on this as well. Good. Done. Go ahead and take a look at some of the views that are available. Okay, we are perfectly on time for today's flight. That is brilliant. Very nice. I think it is going to take a bit of time today. Not sure. Okay, we need to put our barometric pressure to standard here. Forgot to do that actually. But here we are. Cathay Pacific, ladies and gentlemen. So we're going to climb out towards about 38,000 feet, and once we reach that altitude, I'm actually going to go ahead and fast forward the flight once we reach that altitude. As you can tell, it's very bumpy at the moment. Very bumpy at the moment, but once we reach our cruising altitude, I'm going to go and fast forward it till we reach top of descent, just to get things moving a little quicker here. But this is fun. Coming up through 24,000 feet, 23,000 feet. Ground speed 441 knots, Mach 0.77. Fantastic. Current speeds were supposed to reach Hong Kong in about 54 minutes. I would estimate landing is going to be in about 1 hour 20 minutes if we go at real time, but obviously we're going to fast forward that to make sure that we reach Hong Kong in about 30 minutes. We should be there. That's my goal, to land in about 30-40 minutes maximum. I mean, once we reach cruising altitude, 30 minutes, so that's not too far away from now. Heading up towards 28,000 feet at the moment. Cathay Pacific, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take a quick look around the cabin here. As a matter of fact, let's do just that. Let's take a quick look around the cabin. Look at it. Yeah, there we go. Okay, that's too high. Okay. PMDG doesn't have the best cabin interiors and stuff, that's true, but they focus on realism, which they do a good job of. The flight model is pretty good. Alright. Look at that. The galley area here. More first class or business class seats. I believe these are business class seats. Let's go through the cabin, the whole way. Whilst we wait to reach 35,000 feet, let's have a look at it. Okay, here we are. This is the flight deck door. You can actually open up right here. Fairly simple right there, right? And the buttons are all clickable right there. Which is brilliant. Let's just go in through there, close that up. As you can tell, there's only one flight deck door. Yep. Good. There's a galley there. Very nice. There's a door. These are not clickable at all, which I believe PMDG can improve on, especially this. I think PMDG can make this happen. Come on. We got our business class seats here. Another rather large galley area. More seats. I hate seats that don't face forward. They annoy me. And here we are. The premium economy, I believe, is this right here. Yep, this looks like. Oh, this still looks like premium economy. Oh, this is economy. Yeah, it's economy. Yeah, and then over here we've got our economy seats for sure. Very large aircraft, as you can tell. Very long cabin. Beautiful. Alright, we're coming up on 35,000 feet. Oh, our cruising altitude is 38,000 feet, not 35. I forgot about that. So there we go. Can throw here. There is our midsection door, I believe. Or right, it's the door after the wing. Yeah, there we go. It's the one after the wing, not before. All the way to the back. So there you have it. There you have it. The lavatories openable. No, they're not. We cannot open the lavatories either. I think we've come to expect a higher standard of modeling and a little bit of gimmicks now. So we kind of won that now. Here is a humongous galley area, which is excellent. Plenty of galley items and whatever. I am now thoroughly hungry. I woke up and started streaming straight up. Did not even get any breakfast. None of that. Woke up straight to the stream. It's a little window. Bye bye. I believe that's Taipei that we're looking at, by the way. Yeah, we are kind of leaving behind Taipei at the moment, if I'm not wrong. So, yeah. Oh, we are halfway. This is the midsection of the island of Taiwan. Okay, so altitude 37,000 feet. We are almost there. Wait, how did I do this? How did I pull it up? I don't know how I did that. Well, that is to store away the tablet there. How do I bring it back up? Goodness me, PMDG, you need to work on your click spots. How do I bring back the tablet? Oh, you press this. So what happens when you... How did you bring it up then? Oh, like this, and you can bring it up. Oh, cool. That is cool. That is cool. So you... Okay, so I get it now. You just have to press where you want the tablet to be. That's it. That's all you gotta do. Click spot for that is right here. Okay, understood. Do the same here, right? No. Oh, goodness me. We're at 38,000 feet now. Reached our cruising altitude. Let's see if it's possible. Is a click spot available for this one? It's not. That doesn't make any sense. Why can't I move this one up here? Why can't I move this tablet up here? So it doesn't let me do that. That's weird. We can stow it away. Oh, interesting. Okay. But you can do it here. Which is pretty cool anyway. I did not know that. After flying this aircraft for this long, I did not know that. I did not know that. Cool. What is this? Oh. Very cool. Wow. All right. Okay. So now let's fast forward the flight a little bit till we reach top of descend, which, if I'm being honest, where is it? It's all the way there. You can see it. It's pretty far. So let's go ahead and keep it into 4 speed. Go cinematic with it. And there we go. Very nice. Very, very nice. Beautiful scene. Oh no, we do. Hong Kong. I would love to visit Hong Kong and China. Error accessing live air traffic data. I do not care about live air traffic data right now. We've got traffic injection going with FSLTL. Kaleem says, I'm back. Sorry, my YouTube crashed. No problem, man. No problem. There we go. Zooming along at into 4 speed so we can get ourselves into Hong Kong as quickly as possible. Oh, we're making a turn there. Hopefully the aircraft manages that well. Elevatex, as I like to call it, but it is technically Elevate X, but who cares? Okay. We just passed over the island of Penghu. So we passed on top of Penghu Islands. Now we're just flying over the sea here, the Taiwan Strait. We're flying over the Taiwan Strait at the moment on our way towards Hong Kong. That is what's happening. That is what is happening. So we're flying over the Taiwan Strait, almost out of it as a matter of fact. Past the Penghu Islands. As a matter of fact, can we see the Penghu Islands? Let's have a look. Oh, they're too far behind us, aren't they? They're somewhere there, underneath the clouds. We passed them. We're just zooming along on our way to Hong Kong now. We're not too far away from Hong Kong, ironically. I don't think we're that far away from it. So yeah, we're around 45% of the way through. With into 4 speed, we should be there in no time. In about 30 minutes, we should be landing, which is brilliant. Rather than sit through the whole flight, right? So yeah, let's have a couple of views here. Hong Kong. Let me just make sure. I need to find a way of making the default view much better for the drone. Cathay Pacific. Isn't that a lovely aircraft? Check that out. Check that out. Tomorrow, you want Islamabad? I won't be able to do that tomorrow. I've got other flights already planned up and lined up for tomorrow. So I don't think I'll be able to do Islamabad to Lahore, but I will look into it though. It depends on which aircraft I'm flying tomorrow. I have a series of aircrafts lined up. So if one of them can be done, then yeah, we can look into that. So yeah, I will take that as one of the requests for the airline flights. So yeah, what I'll do from I think, yeah, give me a couple of days to figure this out, but what I'll do is I'll put a poll. Yep, there we go, I can put a poll. So what I'll do is I'll put a poll in the chat that you can answer about. I'll give you a couple of choices of flights and you can pick which one you'd like. So I'll put a poll in the chat coming up from the next live stream, because today I'm not prepared for much of the options. I need to go back and do some homework. But yeah, from next stream I'm actually going to put a poll in the live stream in the chat, so you can actually pick which flights you'd like to see next, and etc, etc. So that will be fun, right? That will be fun. And Kalim, you'll be able to put forward your requests and or your choices without having to type it in, so that'll be okay. Everyone will be, so that'll be fantastic. My regular viewers, EM and Anas as well, will be able to put in some, I mean anybody really, even if you're not in the chat you can still answer the poll. Okay, we're making that turn. Don't worry about how abrupt it looked, because that's just because we're going into force speed. Okay, so 80 nautical miles to top of descent. We still have a long way to go, or do we? Whoa, yeah, 80 nautical miles to top of descent, so we're okay for now. We're definitely okay for now. Brilliant. So that's the same as about 20 nautical miles, so we got to be quick. We don't have too much time till top of descent. Something to remember. That is something to remember. We don't have too long. We're about 60% of the way there as the crow flies, pretty much. 65% of the way there as the crow flies, so not much distance left. And top of descent coming up. Look at that, just like that, 40 nautical miles away. We need to put in our destination data and all that good stuff, so we need to do that really quickly. As a matter of fact, let me get ready to do that. 40 nautical miles. When it's 20 nautical miles away, we're going to go to into 1 speed with the simulator. Yeah, and then we will go ahead and input our destination data. Top of descent just dancing around there, a little bit of a glitch, no problem. Let's take a look. To Magog, 40 nautical miles. What about top of descent? To top of descent, 29 nautical miles to top of descent. Okay. Top of descent. Destination data. You know what? Let's go ahead. Put that sim rate into 1. There we go. Simulator rate into 1. Let's close that up. Let's have a look at our destination data. As a matter of fact, we can use the tablet right here. Landing dispatch. Runway ID, where are we landing? We are landing into runway 7 right. Okay, so we're going to runway 7 right. There we go. Import the weather. Calculate everything we need here. VRF 155, weight, all of that, that's good. Okay. Okay, let's put in our landing data. Approach reference, flap and speed. We're gonna put this one. Flaps 30 at 137. Okay. That's it. That's literally it. That's all we need to do. That's all we need to do, I believe. Oh yeah, it's time for us to reset MCP altitude. And we're supposed to go towards 1,600 feet. 1,600 feet, 3,000 feet, somewhere there. No, we'll put it at 16 or 1,700 feet. So let's do that right away so that the aircraft will automatically begin descending. So let's do that. 1,700 feet, ladies and gentlemen, and we're beginning top of descent. Let's go down to 1,700 feet. There we go. Altitude set. Top of descent coming up. You can see the destination there, not too far. Excellent. Right? So we should begin descending at any moment as soon as top of descent passes. So Boeing automatically begins descending as long as we set the right altitude that we want to descend to at the MCP panel, which we have. So it should begin descending automatically. Top of descent in about 4 nautical miles. Quick look at our top of descent view here. Just clouds as far as the eye can see. And we can see mainland China, I believe, off to our right. Hong Kong is very nearby. Brilliant. All right. Do we fast forward through descent? We'll have a look. There we go. Vertical profile approaching. And what? Why haven't we begun descending? There's something wrong here. Hello? Why is a VNAV not functioning as expected? That doesn't make any sense. Yeah, why is a VNAV continuing at 38,000 feet? That's interesting. Okay. That is interesting. So it says there's about 20 something nautical miles. No. 28, 432, 39 nautical miles to descend. I don't understand why it's saying that. That's interesting. Okay, the FMC seems to know what it's doing though, so I'm not really too worried about it. Yeah, not too worried about it. Just gonna let it continue the way it is. Okay. Alright. Interesting. Let's fast forward that, see what the aircraft does. Let's fast forward this, shall we? So we reach Hong Kong a little quicker than that. Let's see what the aircraft actually does. 3 nautical miles. 2, 1. Okay, is it going to begin descending? Okay, not yet. Interesting. The flight, the FMC seems to have recalculated our top of descent somehow. Decided that we don't need to descend yet. There is something wrong with the way how this flight plan is programmed. Nicholas Troiano. Welcome. Okay, now we're beginning our descent, I believe. Yeah, we've begun our descent. So we'll go into 1 speed while we work with this for the time being. So we've begun our descent successfully. Excellent. Let's see how the aircraft manages this. But I think I will fast forward through descent till we reach 10,000 feet. I'll fast forward through the descent just so we get there a little quicker, because we're way up in the air right now at 36,000 feet. So let's put it like this. We'll take a look at the views Take a look at the views for a second before we begin descending. There we go. Very nice. That's crystal clear. We've begun our descent into Hong Kong, which is right in front of us. As a matter of fact, that's Hong Kong right there. I believe what we're looking at is Hong Kong. Yeah, Hong Kong is right there in front of us. No, it's actually a little ahead, under the clouds, as a matter of fact. So that is what we're looking at. Okay, but we've begun our descent. Looks good. Fantastic. So all that happened was that the FMC decided to recalculate top of descent. That's okay as long as we reach where we need to. Perfection. Okay. Okay, let's head back in here. We're at 31,000 feet. Let's put our auto brake to position number 1. Let's look at a checklist. Descent checklist. Recall. Notes. Auto brake. Landing data, V reference, and minimums. We have that set. That's done. Approach briefing. We don't really need an approach briefing. Now it's just approach. Okay, that's fine. As a matter of fact, let's do our approach briefing kind of thing. I'll fast forward through descent while we do that. Let's go into 2-speed and let's have a look at the flight plan. You know what, let me just import my flight plan really quickly. Okay. There's nothing much in the way, to be honest. We just need to make sure that the flight plan is actually configured correctly, which I hope it is. If it isn't, we've got some corrections to make as we get closer. But for now, we're okay. For now, we are okay. Little above the ideal vertical profile, not too bad. Seatbelt signs are on automatic, but they have not yet switched on. That's interesting. Okay. Let's reduce the range on that. $21,000 feet. Mach 0.69. Oh. Obviously, as we descend, max speed is going to keep dropping as we descend. Mach 1, Mach 0.6, Mach whatever. Alrighty. Oh, never noticed this. What is this? Oh, some spare sun visor storage. Okay. Yeah, they're not spares. You connect them, don't you? Yeah, you connect them on there. Interesting. What is this? This is... I don't know what this is. This is probably the tiller. Oh, this is the tiller. I don't know what this is. Okay, little tray here. It's a trim. Do not turn or hold tiller while towing the aircraft. Do not hold or prop stowage door open while taxiing or towing. Okay. All right, 13,000 feet. We should be coming on transition altitude any second. We need a bit of drag here to help us slow down as well. I'll work on that in just a second. Let's just see where the transition altitude is. Okay. I think it's time for us to go into one speed now. Yep, it's time for us to get back to regular flying. There we go. All right. 11,000 feet, a little bit of drag required here, so I'm gonna give it a bit of drag. There we go. Give it a bit of drag there. Coming up on 10,000 feet, turn on all the landing lights. We're gonna turn this on. Now here is the question, how does this work? Okay, let's put our barometric pressure to local, 30.0. How does this work is the question. 30 nautical miles to Sokowe. Now, Sokowe is... where is Sokowe? Here. And from there we'll come in like this to land. Into runway... what is the runway we're coming in to land at again? Yep, ILS 7 right. So this is the procedure. We're going to come in like this, and the rest is the missed approach procedure. It just happens to overlap. That's why it looks like that. Great. We're on our way to guava, Sokowe, limes. Oh, look at that. Bunch of fruits. VH720, VH721, and sorry, VH721. Runway, there we go. The rest is all missed approach. It's just that we have the same waypoints for the missed approach as well. So no issue with the flight plan, ladies and gentlemen. It just happens to be the speed brake extended. Oh, my bad. My bad. My bad. I'll just leave it armed here. There we go. Is it armed or is it... the speed brake is armed right now, right? Alright. Speed brake extended, it says. Alright, there we go, and we are looking quite good. Altimeters have been done, so let's check that out of the way. Now it's just a landing checklist. That's pretty much it. So we're just gonna wait for our aircraft to do its thing. There's nothing else left. Let's just go to cinematic views, have a look at some of the views. What else? Okay. Sorry about that. Cinematic view. Let's take a look. There we go. There's Hong Kong. There is Hong Kong right there. As a matter of fact, let's go take a look at the drone view, shall we? There we go, ladies and gentlemen. We are looking at Hong Kong pretty much. Lovely. Altitude at the moment is 7,700 feet and descending. We need to get ready with sky dolly as we land, so we can have a landing replay. Very nice. Yeah, that is a beautiful view as we rotate around the aircraft there. There we go. Very nice. Thank God I found a way to do the poll easily from during the live stream, so that's really cool that I'll be able to send out polls in the middle of the live stream. That's cool. And we'll be able to discuss the results of those polls as we fly. All right. Great. Coming down through 6,000 feet, we should probably jump back into the cockpit and see what's going on. We don't have much altitude left. At least we're not landing into Kai Tak, which is another exercise that I'm going to be doing, landing into Kai Tak with one of the larger airliners, because Kai Tak is crazy. Beautiful. Okay, we're beginning to make our turn, and it's time for me to jump back into the cockpit as such. Let's go back to our flying view here. Alright, let's reduce that range. Let's reduce this range significantly. Not that significantly. There we go, that's better. Okie dokie. Heading towards Limes, 4,200 feet estimated. Landing gear and flaps is what we need, but our speed is still fairly high. I'm not gonna put our landing lights. Anything else we need to look at? Nope. Everything is looking good. Yeah, pretty much. Speed brake has been left armed. There you go. It's not too bad. That is not too bad. The entire journey of this flight is supposed to take about 1 hour 30 or 1 hour 50 if I'm not wrong, one or the other. We've managed to kind of reach in good time. Fast forward is a very useful tool. I know there are some hardcore flight simmers out there who say you shouldn't fast forward. I mean, I understand what they're saying, but it's not really practical to not fast forward sometimes. I mean, you could have a 5-hour flight. You can't really stream a 5-hour flight without fast forwarding, you know? It's not possible. Just to keep things fresh and interesting, we need to use fast forward. Okay, progress at the moment. Looking good. Looking good. Let's have a quick look there. Destination at 13 nautical miles only to our destination here. Okay, in 5 nautical miles we're supposed to be at around 1,700 feet. I hope that happens because we need it to happen. We're slowing down. Let me use the speed brake to help that happen a little quicker here. Come on. Let's slow down a little quicker so we can descend faster. I want to be at the right altitude. Okay, let's also put our flaps down, ladies and gentlemen, to position number 5. Let's do that quickly. So if we take a look here, we should have our flaps coming down. Come on. Still, there we go. Flaps coming down. This is going to be a rushed setup. Look at the color of the water. That is beautiful. But it's going to be a rushed setup here. So let's quickly go back into the cockpit. We don't have much time. We need to bring our flaps down to flaps 15. Okay, speed brake armed, please. There we go. Now we are getting more on top of it. 1,700 feet. We've lined up with the runway. Let's see if we can use our localizer. See if we can catch it. Okay, let's turn on localizer, see if we can catch it. Let's see if we can catch it. Let's reduce the range on that. 2,500. We need to drop our gear. Localizer caught. Let's do glide slope approach. Yep, we need to put our flaps down, gear down. Flaps down as well. Completely. Let's take a look. There we go. There we go, ladies and gentlemen, coming into land already. That was quick. Look at that bridge. That was quick. Look at that. Brilliant. We need Sky Dolly to be running. Good lord, there's so much to do. We need Sky Dolly to be running. Running Sky Dolly. Landing checklist complete. Next is just shutdown. Let's go back to engines here. Let's make sure we also have our runway turn off lights. Why not? We'll turn on our taxi lights in advance as well. I do not have any qualms about that. Ready to land, ladies and gentlemen. 1500 feet. Speed is, we need to go down to 137. Let's go down quickly. 137 knots. There we go. Slow down, please. Thank you. There we go. Let's take a quick look. On the left, beautiful green water. Wow. There's so much going on in such a short time. Okay, it's about time for me to take control. 1,000 feet, my aircraft. 1,000 feet, my aircraft. Uh-oh. Yep, the trim is giving me a little bit of an issue here. But that's okay. Coming in a little too low. Oh, I forgot to change the mode here to approach. There we go, that's much better. Okay, my aircraft. Come on. 500 feet. 400, we're a little too high. That's okay. 300. 200. 100.
50. 30. 20. 10.
Okay. Wait, why is reverse not working? Oh, I have a problem. Reverse is not working for me. Okay, now it is. Sorry about that. For some reason, reverse thrust decided not to work for me. Why isn't it working? This is what I hate. Sorry about that. I had some issues with the control. I don't know what was wrong, but for some reason the reverse thrust did not engage correctly. But that's okay. We made it in without any issues there. Let's put our flaps up all the way. Let's put our speed brakes down all the way. Which way shall we go? Let's go this way. Let's just continue this way. Let's put our landing lights off there. Runway turn-off lights off there. That off there. Good. Good. We should ideally run the APU right now, but we're gonna do the landing replay first, so I'm not gonna be running the APU yet. Okay. Welcome everybody to Hong Kong. Flaps going up. Welcome to Hong Kong. Ooh, that's too much. So yeah, sorry about the reverse thrust there. I forgot. With PMDG, I have an issue with mapping the reverse thrust to my control throttle quadrant. So I need to use the keyboard to make that happen. I forgot about that, so I need to use like literally this to make this happen. So that's the problem I have. You know, if I press this, nothing is gonna happen. If I press this, nothing is gonna happen. See that? Nothing is gonna happen, but I need to press this for anything to happen. So yeah, I forgot about that. That is entirely my bad. However, we've made it successfully, and we just need to find a parking. I'm just gonna take any one of them right here. And after that's done, we're gonna go ahead and how do you turn off the approach mode on this? There we go. Good. Can also turn off our TCAS to this. There we go. Good. Let's find ourselves a parking. See if Sky Dolly worked. Hopefully it has. Welcome to Hong Kong. It's not too bad for the first PMDG flight in like 3 months. I completely forgot about the reverse thrust, my bad. I will just... Where can we park it? We'll take the parking on this side. Yeah, we'll take the parking on this side. There we go. There we go. Let's take this one. Let's take this one. Yep, we'll take this. There we go. Let's just take this one right here. There we go. Come on. We also need to be careful about the parking here, because we don't have anybody to guide us in. No marshals, so hold on a second. Gonna have to use the drone camera to help us with that. Okay, I think we're okay. There we go. Yep, I think we're okay. Let's just tune it in a little bit more here. Parking brake, let's just release that. Just a little bit. Just a little bit and set. Okay. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Let me straighten that out, sorry. Okay. Oh, okay, we're just gonna leave it like this. For some reason the parking brake, the gear does not want to straighten out. Okay, alright, that's good enough. Perfect. Stopping Sky Dolly. Let's see if we can get ourselves a good landing replay here that's acceptable to us. What a beautiful aircraft. So let's see if we can get a nice landing replay. And let's see if Sky Dolly has actually worked. Rewinding. Yep. Okay. Alright. Okay. Good, 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 good. That's very nice. Those that's me testing the reverse thrusts over there. All right. Let's view the first landing replay from here. Absolutely stunning airport, by the way. First landing replay, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see how it went. Oh wait, hold on. Our flaps are still dropping, so we're gonna allow that to happen. Let's let the flaps drop down a little bit. And we will play the landing replay. Okay, we clean out the overlay there. Okay, landing replay. A little too much flaring there. A little too much flaring there. Okay, that's not bad. That is not bad at all. Only issue was the reverse thrust. Yeah, I messed that up there. 'Cause I didn't know. Okay, it took me a while to deploy the reverse thrust there. Forgot. But that's good. That is good. Okay. Not bad at all. Definitely not as bad as I thought it was gonna be. But it's definitely a good one. Excellent. Let's go back all the way till here. Let's give it another view from the drone camera, because I love the drone camera for the replays now. Let's take a look at it from the side, shall we? See what it looks like from the side. Let's see. Let's play that. The ideal touchdown zone, we kind of passed it right here, but not too far from it. We managed to make a nice smooth touchdown right there. There we go. Very nice. Nice last minute adjustment. And that was brilliant. Excellent. That was a great landing. Alrighty. I'm happy with that. Let's continue to go backwards. Let's play this one more time, shall we? Let's play this one more time and let me see if I can okay. Here we are, landing into Hong Kong. Cathay Pacific 777-300 ER. Okay, a couple more views and then we can go ahead and shut down our aircraft. The brakes are going to overheat, by the way. That is a given. During replays, PMDG brakes do overheat, so that's something that I want to point out. Let's have a look at this landing right here. All right, that's great. That is great. Just a few more from the passenger point of view. Ignore the tire malfunction thing, that's just because of the replay. Brilliant. Watch one more replay from the other side of the cabin and then we can call it. And then we can call it. We'll go ahead and shut down the aircraft afterwards. Alright, final landing replay. Excuse me while I do one more replay. So why not, right? Let's just do one more replay, but from the other side of the cabin. This one, right? Yeah, let's just do one more replay from this side of the cabin. This is the last replay that I'm gonna do. Alrighty. Alright, now let's just go ahead, fast forward all the way to our parking. And once that's done, we're gonna go ahead and shut down our aircraft. There we go. Excellent. Okay, let's see what state the cockpit is in. Yeah, we'll have all of this. Disregard all of this. It's just because of the replay, a lot of stuff goes wrong. But anyway, let's now come down here. See if we can get ourselves... We'll cheat a little bit. We'll request ground power. Start off our APU there. We'll actually switch this on and we'll shut down our engines here. Okay, fuel cut off on both engines. There we go. Let's go to GSX. Request deboarding, thank you very much. Hong Kong. There we go. APU is running to give our passengers a bit of fresh air. ADA-RU can come off, these two can come off, window heats can come off. Hydraulic, let's just make sure that flaps are up. This is stowed away correctly. Yes. Oh, no. Go back. Thank you. Yep, everything is looking good. Good. Once that's done, let's just turn all of these off. Let's turn each of these off as well. This can come off, obviously. Taxi lights off, strobe lights off, beacon lights off. What else? What else? I mean, these we don't need to work with those. Okay. Good. Good. So APU is running for the time being, while passengers are being deboarded. Alright. So APU is running. There we go. APU is running while passengers are being deboarded. But I'm going to shut that off right now and leave it on just ground power or nothing at all, as a matter of fact. Okay, so the passengers should be coming in through this jetway right here. There we go. We can see the passengers walking through. Although that's a little bit off right there, don't you think? Yeah, it's a little off there, but it's okay. Okay, lovely. Nice. Absolutely beautiful. I'm gonna leave it here today. Not actually gonna shut down everything. Okay, hope you guys enjoyed that live stream. Thank you once again to everybody who tuned in. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. wherever you might be. But yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. Hope you guys enjoyed that live stream. Bye bye, and I'll see you guys in the next one. So yeah, I'll be sending out some polls in the middle of the next live stream to see which flights you guys prefer to see. But yeah, thank you very much. Catch you in the next one. Bye bye.